Hello, thank you for joining me today from the middle ground. It's spring here, but it's still been a little bit chilly. Actually, a little bit chillier than it was last month when I was in the mountains. I wanted to react to events this week. I mean, some pretty incredible changes going on in the US political landscape. Tucker Carlson no longer has the Fox platform. Um, Lovely Marjorie Taylor Greene decided there was anything about First Amendment rights. So, yet embarrassing for Georgia politics. Like, on top of that, Kemp is acting like an angry white man, ranting at the senators, ranting at Biden. Biden's infrastructure bill has brought so many jobs to Georgia. All of this renewable, focus on renewable. Ossoff and Warnock have been on top of their game, getting these projects in Georgia to build jobs. And like Brian Kemp is acting like he needs to cut off his nose to spite his face. Like, I don't know, sour grapes or something. It's nuts. He's like ranting like an angry white man. And the irony that like last summer he was calling Stacey Abrams angry about something. I don't even know. But there's some issues going on in Republican leadership. That's all I know. But thank goodness, no more Tucker Carlson. I mean, who didn't see this coming? I mean, thank goodness that, Fox was fed up. But yeah, he cost them a $700 million lawsuit settlement. I mean, talk about liability, corporate liability. But, the good news is that he's been trying to paint the January 6th horrible threat to our country as peaceful. So, so I've seen an article saying that he'll still have platforms elsewhere, but definitely Fox provided him with an automatic platform and branding that he will not enjoy. So I did appreciate that analysis of that situation. And going into the next election cycle, I think that's really nice news to have. First Amendment rights. Oh my gosh. So embarrassed by Marjorie Taylor Greene as a Georgia voter. And then, of course, the other big news this week, Biden's running for re-election. I thought it's incredible. I saw a comment by a former Tea Party congressman. And in my book that I'm writing, I can talk about how the Tea Party's tied into abortion issues that were raised by Obama, healthcare legislation, about taxation without representation is kind of where a lot of this started. So for people to come out of that movement and say, you know what, if Biden's the only one who can get rid of Trump, we're 100% all in on Biden as a way to continue moving in a more positive direction for the country. I'm really happy for that. I'm really happy to see a lot of the movement in that direction. Definitely the next couple of years are going to be messy again. There is a coming recession. I did see comments from Cortez this week, which I agreed with her about something. She said Trump made all these tax cuts a couple years ago. And then Republicans start complaining that there's a debt and that the government spending. Well, it has to balance out, right? It's not that government spending itself is bad. Obviously, we have to spend money on things. Eisenhower had to spend a lot of money to build the entire interstate network that we enjoy today in the United States. That required money. Rebuilding the infrastructure requires money. Biden is doing a great job of that. But yes, there's been pushback of them trying to increase the taxes, trying to target these people who want to write off their yachts, like Bezos. Like I said, these corporations, these CEOs that I, as a taxpayer, have to pay for the benefits because they can't pay their employees a living wage. My tax dollars go to create the profit margin in their corporation that goes into their pockets and buy them yachts. So I want to know, where's my yacht? Right? If I'm paying for your profit margins because you can't pay your employees a living wage, where's my yacht? No, you cannot write that yacht off as a tax. No. So so clearly all of this is a mess. And then you have the Republican non-leadership ranting like angry white men, but when they are, let's fix this problem. That's my position as a moderate, right? Let's fix this problem, and I don't want to hear angry white men ranting about issues that they help create. That's my analysis of the week's events. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.